We are don't come back till they for can talk about things when they happen. Are we on sweet salon? I know we we left for do them bad things then. We they feel most alone. I know we yard. Famul, this na you yard. Once say plenty thank you. So the one that will subscribe to the channel and we don't like, comment and share with video. And we want to say plenty thank you. So una will get the patience for go na YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook, click with video them. Burn una credit for support we watch with video them. Who tell una plenty thank you. If you just join me today, we want to say do ya press the subscribe button and then you press the notification bell. So anytime we post the video, you will be amongst the first people then we go get with video then.
Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. So the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you. You know say plenty people no get for vote the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you about so now I go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step we go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for vote. And I think this way person not go able for help you pan. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kalbaton and then you dey walk na Lomley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake dey. As them blow the whistle, when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to your business. You dey go sarful na morning, vote, return back na your house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then power or me party go return a power if I'm not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation.
Hello to we good people inside this one big family house. Well, we don't come back today with another edition inside the same channel where we all sit down and give him say we are. You go out, wait to make Adi laugh. Well, me people today, we get plenty things them where we and una they can't discuss. Some of una, they sound as a surprise, but same way so, we all know what's in the go on right now, na Mama Salon. But the first fish, we are one for fishing and Estona today from the basket. Alfred Peter Conteh from the APC party in lawyer don't ask the courts for pay over 1 billion loans as Alfred Peter Conteh don't win the case where it be taken at court against the APC executive. Well, it's still not Saturday. Yesterday, now we Independence Day, when on April 27, we clock 61 years of independence. Plenty of people be grumble yesterday. We the citizens be grumble. Some of they crying in corner. And Kiateka bin come and talk. But the things that what you do behind that, don't tell you say, you don't care, but we the people they cry. As we busy yesterday they cry, Kiateka and his team within a state house, they give award to people them. Well, not to all my you more concerned with Naya, but Prince Adin, when I den killer, as he don't kill in driver, when I don't poll. The case, they don't nyam and take side for put on one corner. Well, yet still, Kiateka say, Prince Adin deserve for kill, and if I continue for kill citizens them, as he don't give him award, na State House yesterday. You got out to make a laugh. I always tell you, say, we get SLPP 1, we get SLPP 2. Who's one of the SLPP 1? Well, now the political party. SLPP 2, now the Sierra Leone People's Party Police. For say or two, this SLPP, no know again, waiting them for do, or they don't know again, who that them for arrest in the country. As I talk to you, somebody, when me and you know say abnormal, well, other person they say it crazy when a blacker. Now, as I tell you, Sierra Leone police don't arrest blacker and send them down Pandemba Road. When we go ask, and you say go ask, what happen, or for say, the politicians them, where they use for intimidate and arrest, they don't know. Make now, they don't turn to the Christmas them. This and plenty things them in the baskets for we and now for cancer. Me, now by break of life from the north.
And me, SLPP, the freedom fighter. I like the question we ask. If the one the way they use for arrest, they don't do now. So they go now to that no get sense. But no, not talk about bad. I don't feel saying a bad and do. You know. It's simply they tell you something. Then say, like walking studio and something they you post in can cause. Una idol. Boy, they watch you. Then what you say? Not all idol.
In fact,
if you say you get sense, you are yes Chris man. Waiting that name in.
You know, crazy.
Right. So
double.
Hold on there. When they come follow, we can talk about all them things they are so today inside the program. We could just say, tell God thank you for the life. Because we all see the day we then say, now we get independence. Anyway, when they go to something, this thing where I can play first, now something where me personally, it can pain me. It pain me serious one. I know they say, waiting the people and do bad, but the word where they pain me past all na my life. They use that inside this particular thing. Well, I don't even know who side and do this protest or whatever, waiting have been the intention of this. But you go get a message there. But one word they where at me past all. Now that word they, I want to let you listen, yeah, as we come back just now. Please.
Dr. Abbas Bondu, a graduate of Cambridge. We expected him much. But they are all working under the pocket of the president or the mad you. They are causing the unrest in our country. They are causing the unrest in Sierra Leone, my people. International community, when are you coming down to help Sierra Leone to free our people? Soon. That was one thing. Taking in a democratic government, the ballot box is what we use. The people have the right to choose who to represent them. Sierra Leone on the 18th of March 2018, they spoke loud and clear. The opposition party had 10 members of parliament. On the day the parliament opened, Sierra Leone set history in West Africa by beating up elected members of parliament, 10 of them, forcefully removing them from their seats.
That's great. Great job.
forcefully. They were beaten. The pictures show. Some were wounded. Before or less than an hour, Madabio brought parliamentarians from his party, SLPP, and sworn them in. Please.
Lift your card up. Lift your card up.
That happened. After they've done that, they went to the opposition party, beat members of parliament, shoot tear gas. People were wounded. There is a gentleman on one of the placards.
All right, so basically the message being simple, and it is simple. It's simple because they talk about human rights violations in the country from where the government take over. The government where we know say now the government of Sierra Leone, where now then they call the New Direction government. Well, then take over and we see a lot of human rights violation, but not to that they all are concerned about. Not to that we know say it happen every other day. You know what it hurts me per all thing, and at this tier now no like na me life at all. That word international community. I hate that one day with passion. I not like them at all. You know why I not like them? Now like when you get your house. Me na daddy, yeah, I get big picking them inside my house. All time, me as the daddy, they go check, they come. They go make idleness, they come. Una when are they picking the mama, una not able for put me down, let put una put sense na me aid. Una they instead, una they call neighbor, small picking them, or una they call other people, una kaya puyo, una then who's kind country una so una get? Who's kind independence, una be? Or who's kind independence una say una get? I think say we did see other side them, for example. The United States of America, let's take them, where now in plenty people they look. The France, the Germany, the other side them, the first world. When you see then the tower, or where something they go on wrong in the country with the authorities, where the people are not like, waiting they happen, then they come out, stand on themselves. You don't hear one day, they say international community na help you. You don't ever hear that one day. Now big shame and disgrace. I know they say what you do for protest a battle, but that word now no like at all. Because we able for stand for ourselves. Okay, now pull them to the Western world. Sometimes they go say, then they get better democracy, then they understand, then they shoot and kill them people. Then. Let we calm down. Outside we get brutal people and pass all side. Guinea neighbor we. Where something they go on wrong, where the people then they get affected, where they not like at all, waiting they happen. Then they come out. They not say then they shoot them. The same way Alfred Conteh, one time per election, then shoot people and then come out and tower for waiting they want. You come out there, you go Mali, you go Senegal, and other side them, the same Africa country, who side them say na barbarism na day, where you say the leaders then are dictators them, na totalitarianism na they exist inside there. The way you before say, you know, they're not hearing one word. Where something they go on, where they feel say they no like. Then they go sit on the Allah international community. Who side it then they come out? Then they stand up for waiting them believe. But salon all time we had international community. This me against are fed up, attire. Who think about the international community? If the international community, the Allah for you. Eh? We always the Allah say, we get, look, yesterday, simple example, yesterday, from 1961 to 2001, they laugh and Allah say 61 years we don't get independence. We independent. But yet still, the same people them where una say una don't come out under. Where something wrong no more jik, una run the Allah, they call them. Una kaepu, una who's kind thing and you independent? Eh? You don't know you host, you not able for control you host. You dey call neighbor for car help you. You go say you able for take care of your woman and you picking. You then not host when you talk, you woman don't waiting. We not say things then they go on way bad. But listen me, brother and sister, they're not to international community. Like this thing when we above pan. Let's tell you something. Most times, the one way when I call say international community always happy for when I get problem. You know what thing they happen? Then they benefit from that one day. When you camp a weapon, then they sell give weapon to una self, una damage una self. Why is then they go and sit down? Now the side where they want for sit down, say then they reinforce for can help una, then they deal with una minerals and other things them day. Whose time we go begin get sense and say we leader them for stick and do waiting then promise we for do. But again, not up and bad though. Caretaker Biobi don't tell we say African leaders them notoriously known for not delivering on their promises. We will come to that one day. We don't talk about this long years ago. You know, like today, the reason why I remember this, if I see that particular video that they make rounds, I not like that word, international community. I not like them at all. Let we take example. Little Binge with Kuskasta with country. We see down the international community where they then come back. For example, the ECOWAS, where they say ECOMOC. Me and you we been get experience, we get idea, we stick inside we yard. We know it in the so-called international community they can pass with the armless civilian them. But yet still, anytime, una know they get sense. Una always become and say international community. So, now big shame to we country. Big shame. Because we not able for stand up for what we believe. For God's sake, matter they go do things so. They go do things, but you know go done forever. Let me tell you the other thing. Even Russia and Ukraine as they parents so right now, then go do say possible left where they explain this story. You just need for stand up for what you believe on. Period. I rest my case for now. Let's not waste my energy on that.
Well, the asked question for say, whose term would they stop for call international community?
I'm not going to even call her whose term would they stop for call. Whose term would stop for the cry.
Well, at the time where we they able know we write them as Sierra Leoneans them, at the time that one day where we stop for cry. You just mentioned Guinea when our neighboring country. This time Guinea, now in Salomon, they sit on an entire base, sit on in Ghetto, sit on in corner, they say Guinea, the country is civilized past the people and where they live there. Guineans, they not civilized, they're munku. But the Guineans, they always, where we Sierra Leoneans, they cry down. They know their rights as citizens past me and you. No wonder where this dominion business don't can come out now. Salomon, small school where we go, we feel say we are the best and we special. That one in the Hamburg, we in that country. Until then, we know we right. Salomon, they make like we understand, but me brother, no hard feelings. We not understand. You go see Guinea man, he wearing gown, he wear uptown and Nike sneaker day. You go see it dress how you feel say no more. No, you're not civilized, but not lie. You know what they do. They know how to stand for the rights and they know how to achieve what they want as citizens. But you see Solomon with a dress like salad na plate. We they go and make bum talk them. But when something happen, we they make diplomacy. Everybody sit on in corner. They talk in own. We don't know how to grab and stand up. Well, you go say for grab for stand up, it cause so many problems. Yes, indeed. There is a proverb where say, if someone not die, someone not be better. Certain things them, certain laws them, with me and you they enjoy today. Now person them, now people them, we don't stand up for the laws them day. Well, some of them people them today, now let's people them. But it happened. But as I say, until we Solomon open with aid them, make better sense come inside it. Some of we they travel now different countries them. You mention the France and other places. You they see people they protest. Police they behind them back for guard them. They protect them. Ambulance they behind them. But Salon, the police we only talk about who. I don't know who that's not get better understanding. Until then, before we gain, waiting with the cry for Mama Salon. Me brother we move, not waste time.
I begin tell una say, Caretaker Biobin tell we say, African leaders are notoriously known for not delivering on their promises. In 2018, we Caretaker Bio, the time where it be the campaign, where it be the ask we, for let we give them the position. It tell we say, what's a problem inside we country, especially inside Freetown. He say, and that one day now waiting in call criminal neglect. In other words, na criminal activity for lay the government of the day neglect the people them or fail for give them water, good water for drink. Well, not to me, not to act, things then they where they go on inside we country, where you no go believe say then things then they happen as we they talk so right now. Do you have me people them? Let me just watch this video now 2 in 1. The first one na Moaf community and the other one you self go yeri usai na around the Moyamba axis. Let you see for you self whose kind water people let they drink in this modern day, the 21st century. People them the kind water where they drink inside the global world. We come back just now.
Right now, we see no more than the solar tablet. You can get snap them out. For go well and then the no scan crisis to happen. So right now,
it's a February March. Na ina dig that water on. The water no so.
This na Bailago, Moyamba district. Just after Moyamba junction. Now they made this picking the chemistry this water. Then give them. Whether the council or the NGO, then they give them one packet, they say na chlorine. When they get the water, like coffee. Now then they put them for clean them. They say then they strain them so that the water go clean for them. These are the packet. Give me this packet last. This na the packets. Now then they put inside this water for change them in color. Do you have proper government? The NGO people there. When I remember that people there, this kind of water, for God's sake, when they see now when they don't put this medicine, they see the water they settle, the dirty they go under, then it can the clean one they up. This now they use for all things, for drink and cook and brook. They are Moyamba Council. If na borehole safe. This is the one thing this way politicians therefore help the community. Una dig a borehole we go able to service this water situation na Bailago. Now you know the CM you see the difference. The up don't begin clean, then the dirty they go under. They change. You see? This kind water with people then they drink. Let God help people then.
All right, so you don't see now for USSF, yeah. This not to see me the watch you. Now real thing they happen inside we country. This na the program we had. My name is SLPP, the freedom fighter, and on the other parts of the world that get me border.
Bible Kabla, no retreat, no surrender.
I don't mean for laugh about this situation. For God's sake, Lord God and angel, look at the water where people in the drink. That cream water, if you buy cocoa, or coffee, any you want for cola. If you buy cappuccino, cream and coffee, now they put that I call that thing that purifier where something na chlorine in some case, yeah. Then they put on there for you able forget the kind of physics where when they say segment, it pull from one point to another. It pull the bolobola, it put it under, all the bolobola will go under, and then the water they stick on top. That water then and it's safful. You see that them bail lamp safful, or then turn them for then go able to get thin for drink and do other things then. But let me say that one day in that village, you know, say most of the time, because I remember along the highway, Freetown, Waterloo highway, that Masheka highway, sorry, some villages them, then in that 4 mile area, they can tell you how it's like. I go to that village day one day. I don't forget the village name. Like we go scout for watch for a scene for do film. Then we find out say the same water outside we go see them the was. Now that same water people them they come, they make and so back, then take their hand and drink. I shock. I say, but now yeah with the was, and say yes, now they drink back. Then say, but with the was, yes, now they back with the was. But caretaker bio, this time where they talk so now before caretaker bio, where they talk about this water people and they can make so. But now caretaker bio come, it's map na Bintumani Conference Center. It tell we say for let people them not get clean and safe drinking water, na criminal neglect. My brother and sister them. As we dey so now, inside the number 5 years of caretaker bill, it can full of 5 years. It just passed 4 years. People still drink water like this. If in call them this, then they criminal neglect. Do ya tell me ba how you go call them right now? My brother.
Well, of course, we can bring some of them videos there, as I always can say, Naya, we not they give out information, we're not credible. We always they give out information where they with substantial evidence them for make say before ever we they talk, we the research and what they consider for talk, we know waiting with the talk. Most often be the speech of caretaker Bio during the 2018 presidential debate. Just like what my brother don't mention, most of the things there now them even take for convince we as citizens for make we get this position of trust where if you don't today the wicked we, the suffer we, and the do we painful things them where nobody not supposed to go under. But you get Sierra Leoneans them people them where they not care but the well-being of other people them will not get the opportunity for near the selected one them. Will not get any political affiliation. Problems them there in this country fumble them where these governments for solve. But them problems they are not a priority to them. The things them when a priority to them people they are not things they benefit themselves. Now here we play you a video. You see who say one great person they buy bio in picture frame 500 million. You see one great person they buy bio in picture frame 1,000 some hundred. You see people in how many billions of dollars, leons and other currency them. People they use and not other people them, in selected people them, ministers, honorables, head of parastatals. We see who said they put plenty money for ordinary picture of ambulance. What did that picture they get for do with the country? We don't know. What did that picture they get for do with the well-being of that person? Where they don't be big waff, muaf, we don't know. But now we see salon people them upon the money them where we they pay tax with, then they tiffer, then they use it back for mockery because I want in a proper mock. The things them they where them for solve, things them they where them for lay the answer to. No, not a priority to them. Now here we see that they embezzle plenty money them. Plus the higher chief Uma Weki Atekabio go bring we. Instead come and add by the fraud where Iman be done deeper before this time. But you get heartless Sierra Leoneans them, senseless Sierra Leoneans them, when a big full supporters them, just like what is the wife, their mama be say. Now educated fools them. But we don't know because today don't come to pass no say. Most of them now from Dominion, they come on. We get things they are for address, from them. Look what we people them they suffer. Now this I can tell you, I say sufferness they by level. Me and some of you, not they reach to that level again. For go drink that kind of water. Me and you know they reach to that kind of level again. For go use that kind of water for brook. Me and you then have some parts of the world today, what it be say, you close, you trust it, you start. You just go down on a machine, you press, it on. And most of them big fool guys they are with caretaker bio, including him. Go with Mama Salon today, then they enjoy all the facilities there. They know all how it goes for make a country gain some of the facilities there. But the intention where they go with, just like the intention where they miss the one we call them say, "Una come kukawo." When have you say me when I'm the caretaker, I not come for can work. I come for can thief the country like I be don't thief during NPRC and go spoil that money there. So anybody when we call not to for make come in this country. Now for make una self can enrich yourself, una thief the money. If anybody not thief, tomorrow we don't get for blaming. And exactly now that one they themselves come and execute. We see ministers, chief ministers, Fatima Bio, other people there. We see say they don't allege, say they don't take plenty couple. No investigation will go on. Then they come back now the media and mock with the Sierra Leone people there. But you get big full supporters them today. You get senseless supporters them today. Where some of them there now that category of that stuffiness will just don't play show. But big full and color and try they make. Still, they don't gain awareness. Most of them can come back and attack people the way they talk like a we. Then they come and curse. After it don't cost them. Good water no dey for drink. What it don't cost them. Food not in a table. What it don't cost them. Good clothes not even there for putting in body. Things that when a common things them na other man country. You go past Nigeria, you meet somebody just wear clothes, one or two, it's wear. If even you not get the taker, you go book her, you use her. Common things them. You get country that what it be say, when you get a document, no document, you get side them where they go get food where they go cook. What thing we do? Look what we country small. Compare what thing we get, the riches them, the minerals them, what we get. It not even take a lot for them for giving that average life. But just that the wicked, selfish, and rich, they don't care. They care about themselves. But this God go judge we and their wire soon.
All right. So basically, we not take cast blame, say this thing now this government it begin. Let's tell you something and why we create this program. This government, like I call them out and call them the new direction government, because in my sense, yeah, where I get me dominion sense, I'm not say where they say the government na Sierra Leone government, yeah. But when they be the campaign, then highlight all of them problem they are. Then present unto we as if they get a solution to them problem they are. And now, then they cry now, pa we say, no, not to like what you think, not to how you see how you outside, not to. If you not say not to how you see how you outside, why you be don't promise we? Remember how inside we country we get one simple word where we can say, where you promise person, not to work for you, but where you promise them now waiting, now death. And now based on that sugar-coated vibes they, now it make we fall for them and vote for them. Let's tell you now today, Electoral always tell you now. The people them where they suffer the most, now then they determine the government of the day. Or that for form the government of the day. So when you promise them, you use word pan them. Like for example, we go provide for our bread and butter in the your layman's idea. It means say you provide things for we able for it. We not go cry like how will be the cry during the APC. When you tell we say the last government commit a crime when you refer to as criminal neglect, it means say you get the solution and you know who can become criminal for neglect your own responsibility as a government. So we're not saying that now it begin. But they promise we gold. They promise we things when a better change. They promise we waiting and call new direction. But unfortunately for we, during the campaign, caretaker Dio say, I'm not saying una want change, una tired of suffering and all of them things and they. But he reached to a point, he paused and asked we, what type of change do you want? We fail for asking the question, well, Obra, what do you mean? Oh? Or we fail for analyze to the kind of change where we want, in as much as it aware of all of the things them where they go on. But waiting happen in the end, we see, waiting it tell we, with waiting with the see are two different things. Before it come na power, it map in 2018, tell we say, yes, in 2007, before we left power, now be 60,000, now na 200,000. It fail for tell the people them say, no, not to win the planters inside the country, but it talk them as if it get the solution for let the rest calm down. Now, as we talk so, rest the claim 500,000. When we talk now, then say, na the world. But during the term when incumbent them been there, now the world tobacco, but he use them for campaign as if he get solution. Water business been tranga. Picking them the left for go get water, then they go get belle. Tell them sing for them water na let. Remember that song, right? Now in this, sisters with attitude. Then sing them water na net. Been two, two. Because not to today them problem they also begin. But then come and tell we say they have the solution to the problem. Water no will be problem. Light. They say the last government go take ship can put them for light. We go able to get solution to light. It's business. We go able to get solution. In fact, then tell we say even the SLPP paper. For example, la just rush go inside it if I go able for Siam. The SLPP paper tell we say inside 2000, inside when they just come, it say waiting, then go provide job for the people of 2 million job for the people of the country. My brother and sister, as we talk so right now, how much job they don't provide? If we talk just now, let's say waiting and they tell you. Then they tell you say we get 2 factory, we don't come na 4 mile. Then get factory there we don't come. Then get this there we don't come. But oh yeah. At the same old nabatori no more who the pull every day. Not to today them problem here begin. But like we create them things there for call these governments to attention because they promise we. We are aware say not to now it begin. But they promise we. So this promise where they promise we so now we want. And we honestly want them forgive we their promise where they promise we.
So waiting plenty people to feel for their lives. We always say this program we talk 95%. We talk to the government who have power. There is no way we expect me or go talk to past government or government who not in our power. Just like what we bought us. Now, because we know we don't be okay with the former government, make we vote to the government in, every black in. So if we don't vote to in with all the promises there, we now not come and fulfill them, now other people expect you before we talk to. We don't ever say most of the things that will happen to not today it will happen, or not other cases that will happen. But when they tell you see, if you don't happen, but this particular misdirection, now the worst way for we are all waiting with each other.
Okay, so waiting now at the thing. Let we say, for example, most of the time we say then things that they happen. For example, people let me say Freetown, if they not get borehole water or they not able to get the water, or they not get mine for drink, or they're not able sound. Oh, I think that be inside, sorry. Or they're not able for drink water, for example, then go say, let you walk, fainting do, walk. But the walk now where the walk, waiting at the walk. This not the big question. So, if that be the case, let me quickly go back and see how Italic for teachers them. As the education now one of the flagship, in fact, the flagship program, are the biggest project inside or under this government. Where then they talk about how they don't spend almost billions per all the budget, 22% of the budget they go to education or other things them. Let me hear waiting the teachers and say.
Together.
They are allies. Yes. In fact, the first Cynthia saw that.
Have you got any thought estate somebody?
Let us
please don't have anybody. Now this event on the team reach here.
The meeting is already moved.
The meeting is already in progress. This is what we are waiting for. Because we knew it was going to happen.
No, he said he didn't send up for car attend the meeting. Why not allow him?
He said he didn't send him. So it means he's here to represent.
You have right.
So if he's here to represent, then he don't have what are you discussing? I will hammer Thank you.
They are welcome to attend our
I saw you in the midst of this police. You know, he irritated us.
No, we don't really succeed.
Yeah, we don't succeed.
We don't succeed.
This one is more than that.
Hey, Mr. Jan. So you are here.
No, we are brothers to the flagship program.
Sure.
To intimidate teachers. Yes. That is the flagship program. That's why we gave power to Madabio. Yes. Honor a meeting.
And viewer, welcome to Mano Televisions Online. Today, teachers are both actually galvanized to hold a meeting at a board called Nation Feed, but it was not actualized because of police presence, and there's issues regarding that they need to actually go to the police and get police clearance. But we are with the teachers. I will engage one of them, and of course, your name.
I am Franklin Momo.
Okay, we are seeing you guys in group. What is your purpose?
We came here to hold a meeting concerning our welfare in the country. So when we came, we saw some police officers. They came, they said we never took anything like clearance. So as a result of that, we should not hold a meeting. But we are here just to hold a meeting to deliberate something that has to do with our welfare. Teachers' welfare, which is really appalling in this country. So that's the reason why we came here.
So what is the message for you are sending out to people? Because you know school is set to reopen on Monday, and you are here to have a meeting. Now, what is the message?
I am pretty sure if you listen to Radio Mount Orel, colleagues who are there, they call themselves Teacher Solidarity. We are part of that particular movement. And when you check all over the 16 districts, we are all over. So we decided to come here today to hold our own meeting so that we can deliberate on issues concerning our welfare, which has to do with salary increments, teachers not to go to the classroom until our demands are met.
Okay. What are some of these demands you guys are intending?
I think I named one.
Yes.
Increment in salary. Okay. That is one. Being that the inflation rate is going up every day, so we need our salaries to be increased. Take a look at medical, no medical for teachers, no housing. You know, no wardrobe, no transport.
Okay. Now, SLT.
Let me tell you something. This is really ironical. The president said the flagship, in fact, the flagship of this particular nation of his government has to do with education. And now he gave everything to the peoples, including even the principals. I know the reason why the Conference of Principals will not support us. One of the reasons will be, one, they have been giving their subsidies, which I normally call chopsidies. How can you give second term subsidy in third term? What do you expect those people to use that money for? They are going to eat it at the end of the day. And that is the reason why they are not with us in this fight. Okay. We are ready to fight this fight, and this is a fight we must win.
Okay. And of course, now that you guys are here, now the body that is responsible for teachers, that is the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, are you in any way in consultation?
People are paid 86 million in this country. People are paid 70 million in this country. Then you decide to pay teachers 1 million euros per contract.
And of course, as you see, this is just a converse cross-section of the Teacher Solidarity Board sitting. They arrest two of our guys, our main spokespeople, and the police station that they have been released. And we are making a stroll to have some briefing and teachers.
We are moving. We are going direct to
SLTU office. Of course, we are going to hang it in order to see how we implement another new strategy for the next coming week.
For our welfare.
Concerning our welfare anyway. So wherever you are in this part of the vineyard in Sierra Leone, if you're a teacher, we want you to be very much more strong and be courageous. That this fight, we are not going to relent. We are not going to relent. Hey, this is a fight for the stronger. When you become strong, you will survive. And together, we win. But divided, we fail. So we really try to encourage you people. Now we are about to pay homage back to our SLTU office in Bo. Honestly, until we see that these people join us in this fight, the SLTU will be the ringleader of this particular fight. And we are here now in the office. We are approaching the office in order to see that we hang this together. We're no longer talking about percentage, but of course, we need harmonizing of salaries. That is why we are here now in SLTU for us to know. No more betraying. We don't need no more betraying. No school, and no more betraying in this movement, teachers solidarity movement. No more betraying. So wherever we see, you can see the momentum of the Bo teachers solidarity, and this is not the momentum.
All right, this not just one. We dey talk now about condition of living. We dey talk about low we left idleness, low we work. The truth now, the government don't make some efforts. They don't put small thing. But when you get comparatively, you compare things them. For example, yeah, oversee where they say this grid. Yeah, oh na this level, na this amount in the pay una. They not care whose office where you dey, as long as na that level you dey, na that amount in the pay una. Where they say teachers them at this level, they not care. But in we country, I be the Watch African Express, for example, they tell we about cleaner, na the Electoral Commission. Yeah? Compare to the principal in salary. It's either a person small or not the same. Cleaner, we not get nothing. So now the thing is this. When them teacher mobilize themselves for talk about them problem them, you get who that they enjoy. For example, Council of Principal, where the principal, you know, then give them subsidy as Yusuf Yeri. Instead of subsidy, the man, one of the teacher then call and chop CD. And it give reason why he call and chop CD. You know what's in a chop, Eat CD. It means say, if you give me money for la work inside second time, you not give me until third time, wait second time done. It means say you give me for la eat and make receipts give you. So now chop CD column. We come out there. SLTU not go stand with the teachers there. You know why? Because SLTU they work with the government for letting the cut from source the money where they can refer as contribution to the teachers from the teachers then to the union. We not get any or you not get nothing for do with the teachers then. The teachers then they get a problem. Let's say for example 510. When a SLTU then one where hotel one day, if teacher want go not to free you they pay. So the question now when they talk about the welfare of the teachers them, what in SLTU they do? Then a pressure group. In a case like this, they're supposed to stand in solidarity with the teachers the way they feel the pain. But they're not the do am. And the Council of Principal or Principal no go stand with them because themselves get out of the benefit. We come out there. When people or teachers then are both, for example, stand up, what happen? They arrest them members them. Come out from there, you come inside Freetown. When teacher them, the pressure group, yeah, we ready for take on the government, for make them stand to waiting and believe. When they go na AYV, we put that program there. Then go talk about the problem where they face. Waiting happen. They arrest the man as if they come out na those so they arrest him. By the time they done the program, then sabi the time when the program done, police don't cast him up. They not allow the man for pay transport again, and then put him some to kaka and go detain him because they call waiting a talk as incitement. So this not the problem. You not get any right for talk about waiting the money you. They refer to that as incitement. Because the teacher then say it's simple. We always service until Luna sit so we proper one. Then say the incite the other one them not for work. This not the government. Dictatorialism. Dictatorship. For example, when we started this thing, when this caretaker come na power, then say, show me you paddy. And then waiting. I go tell you who that na you. When this caretaker come, the number one person we all as paddy na Museveni of Uganda. Waiting I mean, waiting he go do the. He go to Museveni for go seek advice and for say he want for let them the work. They want bilateral relationship. Uganda. What are the talk about Museveni? We be for say we he ready for an opposition. You know this popular musician where they can call Bobby Wine, for example, for you don't understand. Or you will forget like remind you, Bobby Wine. He arrest and pass almost 10. He detain and he make sure say he suppress the opposition people them, not for votes, until the man lost election. He detain and pass almost 10 before the election reach and pass. Now this na the person and Museveni tell him plain one say, Mother Bill for all the military very well. He for make sure say he do very well for the military. You know why? Because now the military Museveni they use for oppress and suppress the opposition. My brother and sister then, waiting they happen with Uganda, the only difference now, Uganda they try for make some effort with regards the steps where they for take. With regards, waiting, we see Uganda for example, then they build box on their own. Then some of the armor carry them, now inside Uganda they make them. Waiting we get for sure. The only thing where he go learn from Museveni, now how for suppress the opposition. Now we see no more. How for suppress or oppress people them where they talk something. Inside Kenima, the man talk say, "Pa una don't do things we not like, na sinful things that they una need for apologize or una need for come and repent." They arrest and lock up. This other worker, Kagbo, Michael, he say this worker so na good worker na the former caretaker na him do am. They arrest him, they lock him for that. You commode, teacher say, hey boy, we look how na they pay the other people them. We want to improve on with salary. Or if not to that, not the work, then catch them, then detain them. Opposition then come on and still say, the people then they suffer. We they go left letter, then catch them, then detain them. Something they go on, then say we not like them things that way they go on, oh, and they catch them, then detain them. Then say, then sabi how for deal with the opposition. When you talk, you don't get any right to your word. These are the things them where they happen inside the country. But when the same teacher where they cry for condition, for let them improve their condition, where they take 1,000, 2,000, na school picking their hand. My brother, they help me by waiting them me do to them.
Then
put label per them, like how they put rope per goat or per cow na treats, or per dog na treats. But when Fatima, when Mother Bio go forge people hotel receipt, he go make we feel embarrassed na the world. They're not doing nothing. When Fatima take with billions of leons, he eat them. Waiting Ben can't tell we. He say not be understand. They can't go na control mechanism for the prevention mechanism. Let not happen again. Buff billions of leons go buff. But when teachers then take 5,000, they hang label per the narcotin 3. But now, then same teacher, they say, Bopa, when they pay 1 million, 200, when I add per we know, we did do well, when I add per we, for go get with degree, that same degree, now I make teachers in the left classroom. That same degree, when they get, he go in a classroom, he teach, he get 1,500,000. Now in that other person, they go be a politician with, he get 17,150,000,000 or million, now in hand. The same. Sometimes then some of them qualifies past some of them people yourself. But this now the country where we live.
Well, my brother, you really don't try for outline the things them and for make people and gain some awareness on the teachers and problem. But I go just add my own on top there for tell we Sierra Leone people and for say the people and first way governments can take low na teachers. I mean, na teachers them with governments and not give value. Not what today in beginning.
And when you say government them, it means say present and past. But yeah. The truth now, this government don't make some small effort for add to the salary, but it no equivalent to the kind.
What I mean that one day, I not call them add. You just don't mention here. Some people when are just cleaner and they receive salary in some offices them way past teachers. So for me, that effort where other people they think say this government do. For me, not so efforts. They don't do nothing as them come and campaign with the flagship program where they call free education. You come and talk about free education. Look at the condition of the teachers there. Now, suddenly they see teacher, they go back to a school picking now in office. Where it be say the book, the qualification where that teacher get that school picking, not even get about because it get political affiliation, it gets good office where it work, it earn big salary past that teacher with teacher. Gambia, when they're ready for improve the country, the same thing they go on there. When Jamaica, what he do? He empower the teachers there. He put their salary up. Right now, as we talk so, if you say you're not a teacher inside Gambia, you get high morale. But some long me and you they talk. If you say you're not a teacher, if you even go to a landlord for go rent house, you say you're not a teacher, he don't rent you. The reason being, he really no say, they know they pay you to time or you know they receive better salary. You get teachers they go down there in a classroom for how many years? 30 they don't approve them. Principals them, headmasters them, 30 they don't approve them. But they're still there because they lack the field. Now they don't choose. Then they bear, then they manage. And you mentioned I say, now your teachers then take small couple to school picking them, they tag them. But chief ministers them, now then they pass through and they go free. We don't tag on them. Now, we see the teachers and they talk, police they arrest. Me people they wanna help me back. Now, whose parts na the world where you the one go hold just a meeting where for go take clearance to the police for meeting. Just like you get your association, your social club, your organization, when I get this, they want to do meeting. They want to tell you parts in the world where you they go take clearance for just a meeting. But we see outside police them, they intimidate teachers, them, but yeah, I don't see them and tell them say the police what we get is not to SLP, but now SLPP, Sierra Leone, People's Party Police. And it did another one that they go on. Make I tell you, yesterday, me and my brother behind the scene, I asked them a question. I said, what do you think about AYV and 98 towards this massive arrest of people that were going for interview? He said, my brother, I don't feel it and get answered. I said, Bishop, let me clear something I have for you. You were in doubt of that particular statement. Say, AYV 98, honestly speaking, no hard feelings. There are two stations there. They don't affiliate themselves with the SLPP in the way that then they answer yes sir to the SLPP. Citizen radio, we get other radios them. Tell me when somebody going for interview, as they come up, police go with for her.
Okay, let's clear that one SLPP. Before you continue, let's clear that one day quick. Now yeah, so we can see down where they say, yeah, now they talk about we no more. When they talk about other people them. When they talk, say, 98, for example, you know, na SLPP. But now this same 98.1, they get some government officials them, where then they ask some questions them, where they mix up them, they pull them out of their condition, we use them back against them.
So me not speak.
Waiting?
Make I just land.
No, wait,
Na
I
my
declare
opinion.
something quick before you continue. The reason why I dey tell you about this, because I get experience in that one day. Now, in some cases then they, not in all cases, waiting we as people they expect for the person ask. Now it go get for ask. Remember, journalists get the right for the draw your own conclusion on waiting if for ask. So that in a one. Now to the question will be ask me, let's put them back this other way. Because then they ask people them for talk on critical issues where the government not like na it make them they run after them for go ask them question. For example, the Femi Claudiusco when he go na 98.1, he talk on critical things them. You are ask I know ask how they talk about them. And the government not like anybody where they critical on issues them. That is why they arrest them. So I'm not going to say something. For example, if we can go inside the Kotoku and pull the secret common and do fine one. I will tell you plain one say, even the term when APC been in power, the 98.1 where they talk about so, then they get some benefit from APC. Another one day, and not to guess at the guess. Now as we talk so, the 98.1, they get benefit from the SLPP. So that is how they play the card. Continue.
Okay, it's clear. But so wait till me see, this is really don't pass mark. Why all them now these two stations, it means say when somebody sit on there, as they come up police, they wait for you. For me, I look them in the other way. Like to say, the police know say some of them people there, whether they also, because they feel say, if they just go now the community therefore go arrest them, it creates panic and tension. So what did they do? Then they go behind the stations there for invite the people for an interview. When they reach there, na phone call, it don't come home, it there. It don't come home, we can interview. From there, the police they come now, they can't wait. Then get certain people and me brother, and they tell you for free. Now communication work with some of their stations there.
No, I don't agree. Let's tell you something why I say I don't agree. Why? Now also we dey sit down back, we dey do something. You not believe say then get authorities them where they listen and they take decision as we dey talk?
Of course I know.
Now yeah, we don't day one time. We make simple thing. The reason we make this particular person, one of the big boss them, na police, we make a call with you in the program and talk because na name difference. Now that make a call with and say some mistake there with regards this. But then they listen everything. So for example, when our social media, they're not able to do anything to we. Yeah. But the one the way they sabi say now they get station, they get particular post. Then I will tell you, me, I able for stand up for them, they say, not to the station, then they call them. Then they listen to every program, the government. Continue.
You guys saw your point, and I still stick on my own point. No wonder how they see some people and they receive, I watch them today. Me brother, their stations they are not so everybody pure. Where they work in the interest of the country. Some of the presenters them, when in their stations they are, then they work in the interest of the SLPP. I still stand on my point.
You're right. And I will tell you something. You get some big, okay, for example, like give you this scenario. No sign not the way you will get 100%. You understand? By the way, you know why I take me 10 for calm as you talk? I spend long years with 98.1, nothing other one no sabi. Long years. I know anybody as you call them so, as they tell you exactly who's a feature. And they tell you exactly what's in their interest. I know them one by one. They all where they. Continue.
I respect your opinion, but as I say, I still stand on my own point. Because we don't see things that they manifest at the stations there, where it be say you sit down and you corner, you will get common sense, you know say something they fishing. But not to the one day more with the talk. I just passed it. Now, let me focus back to the teachers them. The way how this government they treat teachers them, it just at trending enough people like say education not the flagship program. The noise we can make concerning this education, the noise with the SLPP government, and then they call it SLPP government, new direction government, make, but education. Nobody no feel say, therefore they teachers them this way. Ebo, if teachers them feel say, they go well with them, for go all meeting at the corner, pass them go take clearance, so voila, not to teacher teach you. IG so voila, not to teacher teach you, but no wonder where you don't know teachers them what. Because upon all the labor where teachers and labor for teach you as an IG, who say you go achieve your education, your qualification, your dominion. Beyond the door.
Well, this make Dr. Lai say because Sovola not get the basic, so he not go able to run anything.
Of course. But just imagine you sit down at your parlor. Now just phone call. Then they ask you back. Whose paper you need? Now doctorate. Now you they choose. It's like do not get where they put in a pan. Then they go and sell them 500 leaves, 1,000 leaves. And the way they call for go by, you they watch, you are way big pastor one day. Now you they big. Now so most of them people they are waiting now. Then different offices there. The education look like, but we bless this young man. We come and draw the needle. Now the balloon, who say watadi. Now we don't see where the watadi come out. Now they say that they investigate. But make no mistake, Salon, we governments, they really need for take teachers them as people them. We're useful and important in the society. You can take care of yourself, waste them so. We come in Allah. But free education, quality education, though we know say nothing not really free, no quality. Now teacher na teach you. Why una no one expects teachers them and give them that basic life? Where it is where students see teacher, it panic, it expect her. Where students see teacher, it really no say not to all things are for talk before teacher, but na salon it see. Student, it do any kind of thing where it feel for do before teacher. Because when you watch yourself, the shoe where you wear, if you pass the teacher when they talk to her. The belt where you put, if you pass the teacher in belt where he put. How you expect, say, the students for expect the teacher? And how you expect, say, the teacher they get a better life where you know they get a good salary from the government? As I've been telling you earlier, you get teachers then. We don't in a classroom for many years up to now. Now the community they put money for make the headmaster or the principal at the end of the month put pocket money in their hand. But no approval, no nothing. Arrest my case.
All right. I like the things them always you come up with. You know, since people don't they talk about the 98.1 and the journalist and the different award, that will make we go straight into that particular thing. But because before I go into that one day, you know, sometimes kinde, even a year, some things then the way you go talk, some person no go like them. Some things then the way I go talk, some person no go like them. But that don't mean say all thing where we talk you get for satisfy person. What you get for do, believe in what you do. For example, not a secret say asthma, na SLPP. That is not a secret. But for example, the time where caretaker bill go sit down na 98.1, feel say if forget penalty shot. What we see happen? We see some things them come out we end up for embarrass them. For example, because of maybe the pre-plan or waiting, even the feel say na Khadija for Sidom and ask a question. Because what happen? Khadija na one of the people and then they wake ask rough or tough question. When Mabel Sidom and Mabel fit or pass the shoe where Khadija can wear, caretaker Bio get confused. He begin to address Mabel so like Khadija. We make some things them come out where we say caretaker Bio don't fire himself. Caretaker Bio don't poto. So sometimes you know the reason why I take them talk about this? Because once I don't be in the society, I know exactly how all of them operate. So when somebody say this na this, I go tell you say no, not to this na this. Not to because I want for support, because I know waiting at the real thing inside the game. For example, the time where APC been day, yeah, I dey work with 98.1. If you call asthma a name, and it's by Chroma Sabia, one go. You know the winky I say for tell you than asthma. You know why? Because then they rub skin. Asthma na the kind person where sabi. Now SLPP, if the one on APC from and it's by chromatic candle, nobody no say asthma. Or nobody know the way go tell you say asthma not to SLPP. But wetin be happen is sabi for play inside even when them be there at the State House. The ability, the Anes by Chroma, they all is sabi how for do things with them. So let we move there and let we can go now and talk about this award because plenty people get concerned about this award. We self get a lot of concern and we've singled out two people in this award: the Asma James and Prince Adin. First,
the killer. Prince Adin, the killer.
Yes. So let me take them too. First of all, let me take Asma James. And please, I want you open your mind where you listen. Listen to all waiting and talk about asthma. Then we can't talk about them. You did listen back, all waiting and talk about Prince Adin. We can't talk about them. Open your mind. Now, only way you open your mind and listen the words, not to the person, you do understand something. Because something in the way hide. Where if you not open your mind for understanding, you're not going to be able to get the message. Let me start with Asma James. We come back just now.
Mrs. Asma James, Officer of the Order of the Rukel, OOR. You are a renowned journalist, activist, and philanthropist with over 20 years' experience in broadcast journalism and management. Your mindful but objective approach has resulted in historic contributions to strengthening democratic governance in Sierra Leone and the continent. You currently serve as a station manager at Radio Democracy FM 98.1. Your journalism career sprouted from your curiosity and desire to hear and elevate stories. Your stories have started conversations, initiated movements, and helped influence national debates and awareness leading to change. You are a public advocate for many issues, especially the multi-dimensional challenges affecting women and girls. You are an emerging top leader and serve on various advisory boards and panels. Your passion to utilize your experience, insights, and influence led to the establishment of the Asma James AJ Foundation, which empowers women and girls through mentorship, scholarship, and life skills training. You are also the founder of Girls Plus, an initiative of the AJ Foundation driven by community-led interventions aimed at providing access to education and information on comprehensive sexual and reproductive health and rights in Sierra Leone. Asma, you are a graduate from the London School of Journalism and a 2016 Mandela Washington Fellow for Young African Leaders, an initiative of former President of the United States, Barack Obama, for Young African Leaders. You have received many honors and recognized as a social change maker in the 21st century, both nationally and internationally. In 2019, BBC recognized you as one of the 100 most inspiring and influential women in the world for initiating the Black Tuesday movement, a campaign to raise awareness for sexual violence against minors. Your other honors include, but not limited to, Sierra Leone's most outstanding female journalist by the Independent Media Commission, IMC, 3-time recipient of 50 most influential women in Sierra Leone, Diaspora Focused Female Journalist of the Year, Girl Child Ambassador by Youth and Child Advocacy Network, YACAN, and Plan International, Sierra Leone's Life Champion for Girls Empowerment. In honor of the 2022 Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebration, you, Asma, you have been selected by the British High Commission as one of 7 inspirational women for your collective achievements and your work over the last 7 decades. You, Asma, represent 1 decade. You happily married to Mr. James, Ambrose James, and you have 2 lovely children. Mrs. Asma James, Officer of the Order of the Rosette, OOR.
Well, of course, we the people when I don't watch the reward video of Asma James, because to me, this not to award, not reward. You know, some of the award here where the people already receive, I not just understand. But make a beginner as I've been trying to tell you when we begin the program. Yesterday, where this thing go on, now be April 27, where we all forget peace and happiness in our life. It's time of a salon. But majority of we know the stage where we did right now. The stage where this independence meets with 61 years of independence. Who say it meets we yesterday. So many people in the cry. Comrade in the cry. Married man, and single man, single woman, they cry. The less privileged, they cry. When the caretaker what we get, now caretaker we don't care about nobody, as we all know in biography, Usa it starts, see Usa it is so. Most of the one who come and argue for this man, they don't understand him. They just can't see him inside a new direction as caretaker view. Some of you they come and argue, they tell them the better sense not it is small force. Maybe they take Bibron when I feel about to that time. So most of them are not blaming. The caretaker will get enough care box the well-being of we the citizens them as yesterday na April 27. Well, it's said they cry where people they cry, they grumble where people they grumble. It don't make sense to her. The bad things that where people they point at saying that they do. For sure we say it comfortable with that one day. Immobilize, as I can tell you now, the selected few them inside the SLPP misdirection power group. They go to State House. This way they go do so, not to award night so, but na reward party na in a go do. They choose themselves. The one them we don't do better thing for make SLPP still see don't continue to do them bad here for make them not even realize people were supposed to talk. People were supposed to advocate for we and other people them will not get voice. People inside the party we don't do plenty to their own party the way they affect citizens today. Then call them all. They say all them work here on. It's good for we because now that one day now it we need for we citizens them. Well, they come and get a reward. As you hear the person wait for can get this award. How you don't get about Asma James, the praise, the this, the that. I mean opinion. Just my opinion. I get right for talk, which I think say now in the happen. Somebody like Asma James. What do you feel they go get a reward for? Now because they work for the SLPP. Most of the things them way they do, no hard feelings. Now things the way they go down well with the SLPP. As now in party, it didn't power, it know they aim for making capsize. And for any time where it comes to in party, it do the right work where in party wants. Today, they don't go reward them for the good work. The border. Okay. I will let you ask my James issue. I don't want to talk much for now.
Okay, first of all, let us bring the foundation to this or the background to this award. This award, an award where don't they go on for long term. And then can do just this term on Independence Day. Wetin this award dey for? A day for who that they create change na the lives of ordinary people. Most of the people wey dem give award na based on party line. I go come one after the other, not to all man. Some people and they don't do extremely well for make the change na the young community within dey. This na basically for say, okay, you don't try in your area where you dey, wetin you do, you don't really create impact. Na in this award dey for. From where Ernest by Kuma come, say he done as caretaker, he give the award 2 out. From where Madabio come, almost here now, he give this award. Tijan Kaba give this award. Now during Tijan Kaba in term, Sylvia Blyden of all get this award. Now, let we go to asthma. Tell me say, asthma na SLPP. That's not reality. Nothing no dey for change from that. But, asthma na one person where they create change in your domain, in your area where it dey. Let we come out of the journalism. Asthma na humanitarian, na philanthropist. Na person where they seek the interest of young ladies them. You go tell me say, you no go able reach everybody because you know they get money when a government money for everybody, but they do in own change. Why are they say this? The award when mayor gets, when are the 100 women of the world, asthma get them. Now, because of a work for SLPP, the answer na no. The 100 women award where BBC they give, where they choose now the one whole wall. It is BBC, they do independent assessment on the work where women then they do. Now the one whole wall. We see this BNTN, the mayor of Freetown, Akisoya even. He gets that award. Asthma get that award. Not because of in a SLPP, not because of waiting they do. Sometimes I can basically want for look at waiting the happen and waiting they go out. Now two sides to every coin. For example, we see there plenty people in the class we say now we na APC. But if it means say if we do something out of goodwill, therefore still say because of we na APC, we inside my heart and know waiting a day after. Now let we come out to BBC when a credible award that one day. Let we come to British High Commission. Then give an award of the waiting influential women them. Yeah, not because in a SLPP, because of the role way they play in the life of girl picking them and waiting. By the way, asthma gets in own foundation where he call Asthma James Foundation, where basically now they first begin do that official corner where they deal with picking the issues them, girl picking them. Asthma gets an award from one other organization where me no credible one they call a Yakan, not based on party. As you hear different things them. Talk and go, talk and come. I'd not hide the fact, asthma na SLPP. But out of the SLPP, what thing they do? It create change for the people, for some people them, the answer na yes. It really did do that one day. But yet still na SLPP. And not able for avoid that one day. And not get my team up and tell me say, not to SLPP. Yeah? Then we move again. This particular award, I tell you say, the reason why they give, now because of the change where you create. But wait to asthma don't do things them for Marabio. So if we link them to that one day, most people go say now reward them. But me look outside the box, not to just this award, but rather the other credible award them where you go match to this and say yes, it deserve this kind of award na the country. That is my opinion. And that's not based on waiting me and other credible people in the world know about them. Not to just me. Or not to just for salon. Sometimes I can let for look at the bigger picture than the kind of politics where we play inside the country. Because within and know inside the country, we get this dirty politics. Sometimes we know the try for see out of waiting we be able for understand. But rather, this person na SLPP. Now because of in a SLPP na this. Yeah? Or now because in a APC na this. No, sometimes you get for look on the bigger picture. If we look into the bigger picture, one thing we know for sure, this government they mess up every other day. But if we look at certain individual out of the picture, you go know say things they happen. And it creates change na some people in life. Okay, let we say this na asthma. Let we look at the other award. Where na from na Prince Adin. Please, una listen this back here and let we analyze what you hear. And then you can compare now the two, for example, asthma in your award and Prince Adin in your award. And let we see what are the difference and what you will get for say with regards to all two. Yeah, so let we go now and listen to this other award as they may take the time for give how you call her? Prince Adin, where they can call Bullet. So let we go now and listen to this particular one as they may give Prince Adin.
Prince Alex Harding. You hail from Bauma Station, Bo District, as your paternal home, and Seneon Kamajai Chiefdom in the Moyamba District as your maternal home. You are a Bo School product. You undertook your tertiary education in England, where you obtained your terminal degree, PhD in chemistry, not at Ye Domine Ye University under some mango tree, but at the King's College, London University, with a thesis titled Sulfonate Complexes of Platinum Group of Metal, Synthesis, Reaction, and Catalysis. You are a published author in prestigious international journals. You offer tutorial studies at the King's College, London University, and also at Florida College. Your professional qualifications range from privatization, 21st century challenges, utilities, regulation, and private finance of infrastructure from the Adam Institute, London. Seminar on World Communication from the Commonwealth Telecommunication Organization, and a masterclass on telecommunications regulation from the Interconnect Communication in the UK. You, Dr. Prince Alex Harding, are a chartered chemist and a member of the Royal Society of Chemistry. In public life, you have served in various capacities. As National Secretary General of the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP, for 11 uninterrupted years, you piloted the SLPP to take over the reins of power in 1996, and again in 2002. In 2002, the SLPP got about 71% of the total votes, and for the first time in the history of Sierra Leone politics, the Sierra Leone People's Party won the overall votes by an excess of 11,000 in the western area. Again, the party under your leadership as Secretary General got almost 48% of the northern vote cast in the general election and took total control of 4 of the district councils. This was through an operation you designed and codenamed the Northern Project. As chairman and leader of the SLPP, a brigade of an admixture of seasoned politicians and smart young people of the party did outsmart the then unshakable All People's Congress and remove them from power against all us. A new era of fresh air and decent politics under the unquestionable leadership of Brigadier Retired Julius Madabu was born, the new direction. Your leadership exudes confidence and assurance of victory. You are fearless, a straight talker, a strategist, a philanthropist. All these has earned you the nickname the Bullet. Your loyalty to a cause, especially the SLPP, is unsurpassed. You possess the winning streak and the talisman for the SLPP. You have served in several other positions, including Chairman, Board of Directors, NPA, Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, Minister of Transport and Communication, Chairman and Commissioner of the National Commission of Privatization, etc. You, Dr. Prince Alex Harding, You married to Mrs. Anne-Marie Baby-Hardin, the current Deputy Minister of Mines, and you both have lived together for the past 24 years with what you always describe as unpunctuated love. It is recorded that you have 12 children, and in your own words, they are all SLPP voters. Dr. Prince Alex Hardin, Commander, Order of the Republic of Sierra Leone, CORSL.
Dr. Prince Alex Hardin.
Well, Fambule, we don't see another reward. Sorry for calling award. You know, let me just start. Usai, my brother, been come and talk about Asma James, present all awards them way if you don't get. Okay, now you will be my brother. I respect you from the angle where you come out. But waiting, Mr. Play, will like for make people and get for me by Bure Naya. Any award where concern this misdirection, as we all know how they right fine, forgive the most person wey no know in work when a bank fella he receive award. We see Usai the SLPP do all kind of talk, then dance say they don't win the MCC. That's what tell you say. Then why they know how for rights for make the people the way they want to against certain award, now certain organizations there. They sabi and they get on know how for do them. So me, by the way, any award we concern this SLPP, for me, now reward and trash. We move to the killer, bullets, the blood mixer, the chairman of the talks them, the chairman of the killers them, the chairman of all the remind them now the SLPP, where they go around and cause trouble. As intercept don't come and make them clear to we see, it gets over 30 talks them. Where in be they pay and the money where it thief na the country because no way no they where Prince adding the killer. They get any money where they go pay talks them 1 million. The list where in be seen they pay in 30 talks them. Prince Aden, now the person what we don't know for quite a long time, as they said don't present how they know. Mr. But the presenter how know. Now the person what we don't know for brutality for quite a long time. Now the person where we don't know for kill people innocently for quite a long time. Now the person where we don't know forget that talks them, for send them now the various communities them for good or bad. You will be the doubts, will be the call and killer, no doubt. Today, on this presentation, you are hearing bullets. So you common sense. Waiting you understand by the word bullets. Somebody we're responsible. Somebody we're innocent from doing bad things. They go look and pin they get out that they be bullets? No. The same with adding. Now he just don't kill a driver. Not to be so now waiting the young SLPP brothers them come and testify to we. They make video, not audio, explain how most of the video under this Prince adding, the video among the 30 talks them when they pay. For going to kill other people, and just like our Prince Adin killed your brother. We see you say Prince Adin knock this man down. The SLPP police, they invite him, go with him. At the end of the day, when they pull him, the panic making not able to talk something better. Now, but Samura Kamara can't talk much.
An APC.
An APC. You know where blood affects somebody? Where blood, they fetch somebody. Having said that, Prince Ali not get the good things the way they do. They do them for the SLPP. But the bad things them na them boku for the citizens there. Prince Ali na somebody just like how they present and na somebody where they not there for work in the interest of the country, but they work in the interest of the SLPP. More especially also is showing power. Now this misdirection as they not even call it SLPP government, then they call them New Direction government. Well, we see who said this case go to police and investigate at the end of the day. Me and the brother we don't see that you say that case day, you know get for genocide. And indeed, you know the genocide. Any case where concern somebody when a SLPP when a true Sierra Leonean as Fatima Biose, with an SLPP, not in the true Sierra Leonean. And indeed, now that one they manifest today. They pull up, they say precisely not for kill. We get the judiciary today, we get the Ben Kelfala, we get the IG. We then 3 people away are called for you. Then 3 set here. They don't snap stronger one for work for the SLPP, but not in the interest of Mama Saloon. Well, today, for put more power by Prince Adin, where will they tell us say 2023? Lock your eye, they talk this all you ask, but make no mistake, they were they get for put more life than done. 2023. We get for a more death announcement na Mama Salon. All you ask why they talk this. He asks, but I get for talking. When the killer were in him bullets with so many weapons, they don't add the power. Give them our reward them towards them bad things that we they do. Towards the recent killing where you don't kill somebody, whether you're on SLPP supporters and Christ, this person don't do much for this party. If this party they come na power, now them they be the sense, una go chuki under, una go scatter that ballot box. Today, Prince Adin, they don't reward her for all them bad them they where he do, and give more power. Say Prince Adin do more. We need more blood, as we all know. Say Kiate Kabio in government, now blood that they play with. I don't know if na that one they more man tell them say. Now, in the able make the no common power 2023. Where are they tell you about blood? You know, you see the kind of blood they go to win at Palemba Road, Makini, Losar, Mile 91. You name them for me. And Prince Adin come and put a clear back to the people, the only driver. It commands say, una fire, kill him. Not to me say, it comes from them, the SLPP. Well, just as I say, today, Prince Adin, they don't reward them and give more power. 2023, when I make watch, waiting Prince Adin, get for do. I mean it live, Prince Adin, get for put down back more. You go tell me, I tap this for now, my brother.
Okay, so I go back to waiting. I've been the sages now say this award now for who that don't create change now some people their lives. That is why I make reference to the first award and try for make let you see some difference. Let you look outside the box. Let we say for the commander of the republic, Lord Pulam say and see waiting he don't do, waiting other people and able for recognize. But wait to Prince Adin, when we listen to the profile, yeah, the things that he don't do. Apart from the fact that a DBA Secretary General, a fed for SLPP, they na this, all of waiting he do. Tell me whose life will it change? I think now I go confidently say this one now reward them based on what he do and they assure them for do more of what he can do. For example, Don Paul explain word by word. Don Paul is late. Another 6 strong SLPP people and will be there with Prince Adin come out and explain. We forget about that one day. We go na Koinadugu, for example. When Prince Adin go, we see waiting happen na Koinadugu. The guys then waiting they end up for do even arrest councillor pull and commodity. We see all of them things then day. In a national event like this, seriousness, for example, you know we will call somebody bullets. Who say everybody did. So imagine how the international community were very curious and not about something about the colored, yeah. When they hear any one thing where it link to something, then they want for know what happen where you get that thing say. So imagine they investigate this particular thing and see the negative impact it will get on the country, and see how unserious it will be for we. Apart from the other people them, like I see they give one old mammy from, for example, Kenema way himself champion woman business na in own community, it create change na in own side. For me, without any hard feelings, yeah, I say Prince Adin, one of the main reasons why they get him are because they get work for do back. Simple, in the chairman. You know why I base on this? I know they talk because in a SLPP, but I talk based on waiting they read. When you look at waiting they read, yeah, you evaluate them. I mean, you assess them. You will see the real part of them. You put that one day, waiting they read again. For but other, people them, you they see great difference. So I go confidently sit now and say, in a reward he gets. Because apart from the fact that he fought for SLPP, he take SLPP in a power, he put APC in a power. How in a national event like this, we not to SLPP event, now all Sierra Leonean, we had people in event, you dey go say, you dey give am because he pull one party come out in a power. It don't make any sense. It don't make any sense at all. Because you know they give this kind of award because somebody pull another party in a power. Where it be for say, na party he pull, just like you. You know they pull them because in an enemy of the state, you pull them because na democratic circle. But just because he do that one day, according to una, you get award. I don't think say it makes sense. It don't make sense at all. So if you watch this particular one, and the interesting part of them, now this make plenty people mad and not watch the award again. They're mad and not watch it again. Because, interestingly, now in the first person where they get award. And if you watch, you evaluate them, you know they see whose impact where it don't, waiting at the impact, or waiting at the changes where don't create in the lives of people, them. You know they see anything. Instead, the only change where it don't create na people alive na for kill them. Na the only change that one day. So, Caretaker Bio and Prince Adin no go ever part company. Even before, when Caretaker Bio they were Mikael Trossis, where they even boss, and Prince Adin they take care of her. Prince Adin don't deal with him, don't nurture him. So no way no day where Caretaker Bio will look low on Prince Adin. So now you see, say this a reward. I rest my case. You Mike.
Well, this all stand as a lesson to we, the Sierra Leoneans, them, for no say this particular government, where then they call New Direction government, is unserious. Because this government on serious, but you know they know now on yesterday where it be say that one way advice caretaker for can't talk if I don't tell us you don't talk. Just like when they don't kill plenty people them. Where it is you keep quiet.
Independence and speech.
And I tell you, my brother. Therefore, just one advice I'm saying the same way when they don't kill Tombo, McKinney, Mile 91, talk call him bad sir, where you not come and talk nothing. Now the same way not for them talk yesterday. As I watch one video where we brother pull Adebayo side, he laugh. He say, Madam, you don't lie again, oh, Madam, you don't lie. I said, Adebayo do mistake, oh, Madam, you don't lie. Indeed, waiting he talking at that speech, they me brother. Now the right thing is talk. So where Adebayo come and say, Madam, you lie, I disagree with me, brother. Because Madam tell we say, wait, in don't do in 4 years. No government, not do. Indeed, no government, not one. We don't ever get a government say. From when Madam begin an NPRC, where he begin kill people them, he come and do a back where he sit on so. In 4 years, he kill Tomo. In 4 years, he kill McKinney. In 4 years, he kill Tokolimba. In 4 years, he kill Man 91. In 4 years, he kill Napanema Road. In 4 years, we get the highest.
I think Marabio Lake Pademba Road killing.
Too much.
In NPLC, you know, na be massive one.
Yeah.
When he come back, so as democratically elected, now the same thing, a massive.
Yeah, because somebody we don't use for play with blood, me brother, there is no way we're able to escape her. Now that kind of procedure, we look, we can't put in a position of trust, say, can't continue the killing. So yesterday, where I listened to this message from Adebayo, I laugh. Because the words them, the bridge away they talk, now the opposite. Not a better talking they talk. Now the worst talk that one day. It got this man, I don't know. They need for check ISF in education qualification papers them, or they need for check them if ISF not belong to Dominion. You know, say caretaker bio not understand this common word when at 24 hours. Now yesterday me no say caretaker bio.
Why you say so?
Caretaker bio now say Freetown gets 24 hours light. 24 hours.
Okay, so I no feel say I no understand. Waiting I know about that. I just feel say a confidence about waiting he can always say when are the lies. For example, if he get mind sidom na the world and talk say each parent they reserve $500 per year. You know what that they mean? It means say we dey above poverty level. It means say every Sierra Leonean they live above the poverty line when na $1 per day. If we dey save $500 per year. You know, I can tell you now, during the revolution, the revolt, then get everything they call change coat. They can call like they turn that word the change coat. In other words, you go do something today, but tell them you don't change back. For example, in Parliament, he talk about 2 million Pekin. When he sit down at CNN, he talk about 2.5 million. When he sit down at BBC before he become caretaker, he not even sabi the figure. So sometimes they, you get. I always tell you, say, look at the two sides of the coin. Why this happen, and look at the bigger picture. Now only that day we go able to understand. If caretaker build the bigger picture now that he even don't know the. Okay, let me tell you something. I've been there 2012 when a first run against Anes by Kuruma. When Kadisi said I be in running mate. Marabio sit down in front of me na neck. As journalists, we ask him question. You know this freedom of information. If Marabio not the treat or the suppress people right away they talk something because freedom of information or they are not the blamer or not OTD. Sometimes you can always talk slow. They look back at with history, ain't it? In 2012, when he go for nomination na neck, Marabio sit down like us sit down so we sit down so na table. They ask him what he plan for do for the freedom of information bill. Guess waiting. And not even sabi how for call freedom of information. The FOI not sabi pass Kadisi say na rescue am na waiting day. So the question now where maybe do me report that in 98 now, if you not even know how for pronounce freedom of information or waiting a freedom of information.
Hold on before they go na the last business tonight. Hold on. This man now your uncle. I just want to ask you. You sure say the paper the way they say it gets is you don't class for see na two paper eh? Because this man wait this is serious. Look not talking about
I just done this quick. So in the report when I do that thing I be there 98.1, I ask say, if this man not sabi pronounce FOI and not know wetin na freedom of information, he go really serious about them. To me, God, now they happen so right now. He lost the election in 2012. 2018, he can't win election. Waiting the happen. He sabi wetin na freedom of information. All waiting he do right now, na book and pen no more. Waiting book they speak. He not sabi because waiting happen. Why I say he not sabi? Anybody will try for express himself. Like for example, the teachers them. That man na Kenema, that man na Bo, they arrest him because he not understand waiting na freedom of information. Waiting this free speech, he not sabi, he not even understand them. So how you expect for let able for do that thing in there? Now going to you to the question you ask, then get waiting and call, then I always like for talk this word and say, half education is dangerous. You the one that waiting and they mean?
Mm-hmm.
When you begin something you not done it's really dangerous because you feel say you sabi when you not sabi nothing. You don't know what I still mean? You know. Wait, my uncle say he be do in doctorate degree, right? But he not ever done them. But then they call a doctor right now. I know say by law anybody will become caretaker and a doctor. Okay, let we move. He say he get different degrees them. In do polishing, pandamon, and the only or first caretaker will do that kind waiting day. He get experience per mining. But as it is now, enable for influence nothing at the mining sector. I'll tell you something. Let we look at business, then fana market them. If I get donut cake, but I sell donut cake, I not sabi make and fine. You dey sell donut cake, you dey make them very well, it tasty and all. When you dey sell, practically your cake, you go make them small, but people in the still rush camparity. Now you dey determine. Now you need to determine the price and other things then. But me when not sabi make them, I dey make them big one, bodo to bodo. You sabi that word eh? Bodo to bodo. But still, they not the camp. Now one people in the camp because they're angry, they not get option. Or maybe they not get better money. And now then they determine back, hey, but look this timber I make, so I bram so today. Then I force them back, hey, take a no more. Okay, take a 2 for 500 leons. You know what I they try for tell you? Now, this man say he get experience, he get certificate, he get this pan polishing and other things them. But yet still, people will not get attracted to we minerals them. Because he not sabi do the business. Now, you find out say, they want to where they come, then just the give them, boyang, take a no more, all, they call it all go, take a bodo to bodo. Now, so then they do right now. Any kind of agreement and just this time, just because they want to forget this thing at the 8C, and we get mining company the way we get this. The ideas, they know how the technicality in all day. So we go always the auction with business. And in order still get value. For God's sake, we will get mineral and all thing. But we not able to determine how we price for the all thing and everything.
It's not possible.
Okay. I continue. So that I think that they don't.
It's not possible because we never manage yourself. Anyway, you uncle, he gets experience. You know, they tell you say, person we don't use for thief. It will always be a thief man. What did that one they mean? What did your uncle in him? Retired brigadier. Waiting, then get out and pack them.
Sorry.
Positions them.
Bible, eh? If you then a country where free speech day, where you be able to express yourself, you afraid your government?
Usai.
You free. But if you get some senseless people, they tell you say na exile you go day, it means say something really wrong with the government, ain't it? It means that the government not accept anything when a critique, ain't it? It's a shame to the government and to the one way they think that way. They continue.
So just like what they say, retired brigadier Julius Mada. Okay, doctor. Retired.
No, the doctor, I don't tell you this, let you not make mistake. The doctor na boyang. Anybody will
take
the gang doctor.
In a bonus.
Yeah, not to like for say na academic doctor.
Brigadier.
Not to academic doctor at all. But interestingly, I don't want to go into this personal thing. I find out say all of the things them way he gets na giwe den giwe giam. One, the brigadier, not to himself.
Nice.
But the doctor you can understand, that is by respect. But wait again. No, I beg, low move. I beg, low move inside the other one there, the other ranker squad. They issue wake up today. First of all, we can't go inside the Sonko squad, APC their own side. Yeah? All 10 in the parallel. Let we hear it first, because today Alfred Peter Conteh don't win the case against APC. We mean say, starting from today according to Fisher, and it's by Kuruma, not to chairman and leader for life again. We can't look into them things in there. First, let me get a background from Peter Conteh, who side this whole thing begin. Or waiting at the reason we make it take the party go na court.
Ernest Bai Koroma stood and told the whole world that he will resign from active politics in 90 days or 3 months. It's been over 3 years, okay? So what he says, do you know what he told a relative of mine after the legal team met with him in McKinney? They said, sir, you don't have a chance of moving this appeal, so stop. He called a relative of mine and said, hey, the way it is, I'm not going to continue. I'm going to just stop. We're not going to appeal. So basically, he's telling the man, pass the message that this is it. And we want to ensure the party wins. He talks nice. I said, do you trust him? And the relative said, yes. I said, okay. I said, you learn. Let's give it maximum 72 hours. And I was right on the money. Because he can flip the day you leave. After talking to you, he will say something. You know, the thing is, the reason why they can't fight, this is a tough fight. It's one of the toughest fights. Bob Marley says 2,000 years of history could not be wiped so easily. Now we're talking of 21 years of leadership. The man is holding the party because he became leader of the party in 2001. You know what I mean? At the 2001 APC convention, that's when Ernest Koroma became the leader of the party. So he's been there for long. If you take that and you put it together, you know, it's not easy to fight. And also he's a former president. So in fact, when they did the withdrawal or discontinuation, they went to the party office. Mohammed Sheridan Esquire basically said, we can't fight a former president. He's tough to fight. Well, I'm not fighting the former president. I'm saying we go by the law. There's a reason every organization have rules and regulation. The bylaws of the APC, which is the APC constitution, is a legal document that the country, the Republic of Sierra Leone recognizes. If it is violated blatantly, I mean, the violations are enormous. In fact, we have to like compress it to not have 200 prayers. We could go that much. He never regarded this document. Everything he did was just what he felt he could do with the bully pulpit. So we're here to take it back, and we're going the legal way. For somebody to think I'm scared, I was just joking. I am not scared. I was born here. I was raised here, and people who knew me, they all came from all quarters of the. I'm not scared. I'm ready to take on any group. I know I was attacked. I know the people who orchestrated the attack, but they missed, you know, because I came here with prayers. I have the Lord behind me, you know. I have people backing me with prayers, but I'm not scared. I'm not afraid.
Let me ask you this question. It appears you do not trust the leadership.
Not at all.
Especially the chairman and leader. Yes. What would it take you, I mean, as an individual, as a member of the APC, to get the matter out of court? What would it take you to come to the table and settle?
Beautiful. I told people already that this lawsuit is a binary. It's a 0 or 1. Okay? There's no in between. They can resign. That's the 0. And the 1 is the court will make a judgment that they are not legit and will form an interim that will take us to convention. The befitting exit that my brother, when he was with us in the NRM, used to make, he said, we want to give them a befitting exit. In fact, I got that phrase from him, befitting exit. And he did a tremendous, fantastic job as spokesperson. You know, like I said, I don't have enemies. I just call things by the way I see them, I call it. And at the end of the day, we can meet. APC, they try to attack me. Trust me, we can meet again, hold hands and sing the party song and move on. But for the sake of winning, my brother, it's why I'm fighting. If we proceed, if you go to a beauty contest and you put somebody to represent your country or your community, and that person took the last place in the contest, and the next time around there's going to be a contest, you take the same person, the same makeup artist, the same everybody, and say, okay, you go and represent, you guys go again. They're going to come, and it's the same judge, the same people that are going to judge the contest. You know what I mean? They're going to lose again. People are skeptical. That's why you see the thing that came. If you do statistical polls, you notice a lot of people are in support of what I'm doing. We're considered the silent majority. Even when I came here, I've received so many calls of thanks and praise. Some people call and they even cry. Because we need to redeem the APC. We need to clean it. And one way to clean it is to get this executive of selected members. That's why we're weak. It's an inverted pyramid. We're weak.
Well, of course, my family, you know, you're waiting Alfred Peter Conteh talk na this video. Well, just like waiting me brother, he say the name way he call APC, that is Sonko Squad. Indeed, na Sonko Squad. This means say, if you na papa na house, you're not able to solve the problems them where you get with your family na house, well, the streets, they go solve them for you. Waiting the one they mean. Everybody know waiting they go on today na the judiciary. Everybody know waiting a Fisher implants them and in way and manner how it handle case when it come to opposition. Everybody know who that na Fisher to the SLPP. Now as we talk. And everybody know the reason why make most of the opposition case them now Fisher and they allocate them case them too. That one they no hide. But you know, this will happen. Baku people they go and they blame Fisher. You don't need for blame Fisher. APC they call themselves say na an institution. And when you say this now an institution supposed to get a separate body wherein for any conflict owner gets, that body they for able bring on another table and amend that problem there. But here in the APC, we see them do things where it look like say they not get that kind of structure. Because since where they lost power 2018, from 2019 now, so another APC party. If this not go take down in a court, then they will come out, they can't cost that one day. If that no can cost that one day, then they will come, they can't talk about that one day. Now that one day we see. Up to now, where are they talk to you? Well, let me get this blah within itself. Chairman, no chairman, would have been deal and be flag bearer, would have fed for this possibly while they can be flag bearer. All that one day brings some mix up and box up within them. The NRM, but they're going to court. Tonton a court. That one they draw the affairs of the party, put and on, waiting, Then they be make plenty things they're waiting for do as a party for structure them party as the majority today they look at them say now the rescue team come 2023. But when they do their own things, it's like they know they look themselves in that picture where the people of Sierra Leone they look them to for say now them not the rescue team. They embark on plaba, chamot, cost business, NRMD, ton. You get a big six. Where now big people are inside the APC, where most of them are beneficiaries inside the APC. They say form themselves, according to information, supports the NRM. Then she said the NRM want compromise. What's the next they do? Then go import Alfred Peter Conteh. Hey, PC. So tell me the why decision on the corner. I then imagine the APC would be no when we get people that we get aid for think and solve problems. For see, they're not there again at APC. Okay, I take Kabiolo can make everybody, even within their party, then they afraid for do things them. Within their party, then they afraid for attack their own issues them. They just jam themselves. NRM come, they're supposed to do convention. No, because then a court, the convention, all right. Give the injunction. Then they penalty Peter Conteh back court. Instead of come na court. And for any time when the APC go na court, then they make sure for send their file to Adrian Fisher. Because the SLPP feel say, and they get a confidence na him no more able to treat them. But mind you, this Fisher, we don't work under Ernest Koroma inside. Usai it will fall on corruption case. That case they about and left the country ago. Now SLPP, we never bring them back. It's like come and can revenge for waiting that we don't do you. And we see how Fisher they handle the APC case them. Well, now as we talk, Fisher, first, the time when he's supposed to can judge this case, he said because Adebayo cost him mama, and in no see the former caretaker when Ernest by Koroma, and the Secretary General when na Usman Fode Yansane, Adebayo no one they cost them. So it means say them were able to talk to Adebayo for make a big Fisher public. Usa Adebayo say no, you know they do am. So Fisher be the make draw say he know the judge this case again. He take this file for Anobaram to any judge because this case they don't cost him mama. Well, the lawyers them for APC and other people in an APC being grabbed and talk say they say no support the cost way Adebayo cost and Adebayo not to APC, Adebayo na love salon in there. But Fisher be still the party say Adebayo forbid. Usa Adebayo pull another video say you know they make because nothing na APC. No concern now. When we not be know if we don't cook now to Fisher in mind, as if we say they go consult some of you people, they go consult some of you copy judge them. Now he come and decides to judge the case. Well, the case he don't judge them. How it end? Now Alfred Peter Conteh. Now he win the case. And now as we talk to you, you know say when you get case in court, when you win up. You get couple with them for pay. When you lost, I get couple where you for pay. Well, now Alfred Peter Conteh don't request in lawyer don't request now the court for pay and money. Salon couple over 1 billion loans because it don't win the case. But it's still not happening. So for now, it look like say Alfred Peter Conteh now in they can act as the chairman inside the APC party. What did that one they mean? Because if the courts don't give them instruction for go form an interim body for go about the elections them or the convention, Alfred Peter Conteh na in the get for reports to. That's to me, it means say for now na in the chairman na the APC. But all this happened because the APC not able to handle their affairs. The APC not able to solve their problems. Now it make certain things that they not go draw rope na bush. When you draw that rope they count other things where you not expect. But good people will be they support Alfred Peter Conteh today. Some of them regret. Why will they support this man? Some of them back APC, waiting we want, the likes of Alpha Khan and others, them, waiting they want, sign the happens, right? The Sylvia them. Other people there, not the APC. But you get other one that now we don't regret say this fight where we be embark on we will help this man for go, we will push this man for go. If we know, we know that, but it's too late. This is not the reason when we brother they call it APC, the Sonko squad. Because for any party, we're not able to solve the young problems. That's the court. And the table not in a power. Una see how the president's government affects una. How they plant magistrate and judge them. Now the courts, when we say they are all, or 99.9% of the magistrate and judge them, now the courts right now, they're answerable to this government. Most of them own SLPP party card. And that's how the FK take a for fetch any party when they say the people of Sierra Leone want for bring na power, for remove the misdirection na power. Now that's the APC, Tinap Tranga one for make plaba and take the young issue can and over them to SLPP people and waiting una expect whose judgment una expect see it come out of this case. So indeed, waiting me brother can talk. You know, this don't make I don't phrase self because me and he get arguments always when they argue in a studio. When me they always say, I believe that some people don't really change. Come 2023, then they vote this government out. He already tell me say by the way, me, I'm not supposed to process it until it comes to pass. I see the people of Salon really vote Madabio out before ever. And no say, then they feel the pain and they're serious of waiting the talk. This way happens to make even the afraid now me brother emotes as the APC don't end this way. Well, make we see how they go about the party affairs. Me brother, I tap it for now.
You know, because I find out see most of the politicians them where they come inside politics all in the name of we want for do sorry, I don't know. Okay, we want for do we they come in politics in the for the interest of the people, for make sure say we can reduce poverty in the lives of people, for make sure say we can develop the country. Most of them not lie, don't they? Most of them not just their own personal interest. That is why, for example, I like one word we come out of the caretaker and viewing what yesterday. He say, let we put we country above with personal interest or with personal ambition. That is true. But in this speech of President Caretaker Biona, first and get this word where then pastor and they say, do as I say, don't do as I do. Caretaker Bio know the right thing when it comes to talking, but when it comes to implementing it in Osabi. Now, let's move forward. This not to Caretaker Bio, you know, just make reference. Peter Conteh, if you listen to this interview we just done, he talk about two things. Exactly what he talk, now in the ruling say. He said two way. We want to give them befitting exit. What that simply means? It means say we want to honor them when they left as waiting, chairman and leader, as secretary general, as this, as that, as Jack and Jill, whatever. You understand? So, when we don't see negotiation upon negotiation, it fail. For me, for example, I see some people and they blame, say, Adebayo na cause this, no? Sometimes they let we talk to. I know see now on a party, you know, for protector. And it's by Kuma self-cause this. In self-cause this. You know why? By now, therefore don't go far in terms of preparation and other things them. Look, SLPP, they were way ahead. If not them preparation and they make them win, then don't win. Please, not get me wrong. If not them preparation, they make them win, they don't win. But for what they make us say, Anes Baikoroma cause this. When Anes Baikoroma they come out as caretaker of Riyadh, he say, I think 90 days, 3 months, he step out of active politics, including imposition. But he not do that. If you listen to Peter Conteh, he say, Anes Baikoroma, they don't engage at 1, 2, they tell them plain one, say, they left him, but by the 10 and they go, before 24 hours, it don't change back. So that is why, even when Anes Baikoroma talk this what this tip say, he resign and not get interest by anything again. Some people they question and say, now true or not true? Because it don't talk 1, it don't talk 2, it don't talk 3, it no work. I know say plenty people no go like this, but I just get for see. The other time, we see outside video they come out say, and it's by Kumadia, na for stay force, because now you no more get trained for first SLPP, then I shock with us. I say, come on, are you kidding me? For say, without an SBI APC not get any strategy, APC not able for move. So, okay, wait. For say, if APC win, now an SBI technically don't win back. I say, come on. Although we look at this, we all are mortal man. Then get one word and say, death is inevitable. If not so, then call out. If they say and talk him. Anyhow it be, we must die. If he die today, for say APC did die. Now, all of them question they also will they ask. Okay, let's look at this other thing. I no go ever know say Bible get potential for Sidon now we had and analyze issue until you give them the opportunity. Now that 10 day you go uncover the potential where Bible gets. You no go know say other person day we capable or we even stronger past Anes by Chroma until Anes by Chroma move and give other people chance. So not to Adebayo and course make Fisher take the decision there. Bruh. If you listen waiting I call this guy again Peter Conteh talk. This interview they don't do a few months ago. If you listen waiting Peter Conteh talk from the time they give injunction to waiting at the ruling, no difference no dey, bruh. No difference no dey. Now the same no more, it's like say na cut and paste. It's like na cut and paste. Hey, man make am first clear. Why can Sidoya we talk not to APC, not to SLPP. We dey talk in the interest of the people them. By now, for example, APC for not able to get the house together and move. Look, for example, like you always talk this, when election time they can, some people can say, hey, me, I know the vote. But after the election, and then the cry pass. Hey, this government not the try. If you be vote, you know the impact you create. Now, before, if Anes by Chroma, then be not able to arrange this thing internally, they're not going to court and go take this kind of thing. That's waiting to happen. Peter Conteh no go ever get the opportunity for go to this point where then they make a chairman of the interim committee. In other words, when they're in charge of election, and if they're in charge of election, it means simply that they run the executive. And as Peter Conteh, technically, now the chairman of APC. If them be don't arrange them, they're not ever reach to this point. Peter Conteh no go ever be chairman of APC. You do understand? But now this, then say, when your brain fail you, your body will suffer. You understand what they say? Let we move now. Let we go directly to waiting come out of the court. EBK get everything for do with this. Everything for do with this. We know they talk about the process of selecting or electing during the convention of 2018 or 2017. Not to that we talk about. EBK now be the chairman. EBK, in my opinion, I feel say it been talk something. And as a leader, anything where you talk na policy statement. Why we the bash at Madabi right now? When it talk thing today, for God's sake, leader not forget excuse for do waiting. It tell the people say I do. If for stand by in word. For example, when Francois Hollande, I hope I get them correct. Francois Hollande, when he say he resign, and not resign, Macron come. By the way, I don't know if I get that right. Nah?
Come again?
Francois Hollande, nah be retire away Macron can't.
Francois what?
Francois Hollande.
I think that the name you don't pronounce right no more.
Well, I pronounce it for me now. But the bottom line now, the president before I call this one way they this right now. I call him just now. Macron, yeah, he resigned because he said he resigned and he resigned, and then he give way. If he not be resigned, for example, most people not go able for discover Macron, but he pronounced something, but he not one. Because plenty people they see Anes by Chroma say without them APC not for do. And any institution not for just surround around one person, it broke, it well. Because anything can happen. And once anything happen, once something happen, that institution, they know they move on. For example, we only look forward, say, if SLPP come out, now APC, now E, they take over. For say, and it's by Kuma, now able for move APC. If APC don't take over, and it's by Kuma not there anymore, what thing will happen with the country? I hope una they read along the lines. Let me go to the things that will happen today. I just try for give you something. Waiting me understand. Let me give you something. Let me understand. If you watch from this na Twitter anyway, and now from the judiciary of Sierra Leone, as them be the tip and small. Now, when they say according to Fisher, the NAC, when they say NAC, that's not the National Advisory Committee. According to Fisher, it said the National Advisory Committee of the APC, when at the All People's Congress Party, they not get any power over the party in constitution. Now one. Number two, it say that na Fisher, it said the APC National Executive, they legally select them, they not elect them. But the 1995 Constitution make provision for elect or select. So, in look and technically they be right. But because una no address una issue na host, you dey give, for example, other people and they say, hey, Fisher don't be biased. He don't do that. But for God's sake, we all know say Fisher na SLPP. If you take your own business, you go give enemy, how you want for deal with her, not also the deal with her. Now, so no way you deal with them. So, if you don't want your enemy for know what your personal life, address your issue inside your camp, no go to an treat. Now, let's continue and see the other thing. Yeah, where Fisher say. Fisher say he don't dissolve the APC executive. Then you get other people we get technical points in that day. Like for example, this person right say he say Fisher, the judge, not get any rights for nullify the how they call them, the executive for dissolve the executive. He say because the executive or the party na an institution on in own. Yeah, so these na things them where them be try for put together. According to the Constitution of Salon, they say the judge not get any right for select or appoint the leader of a political party. Well, this now let tell you the technical part in this. Even if Fisher no say enough for select or appoint leader for a political party, it don't do them. Let tell you the danger part of them. And in any court's action, where they take the judgment, you get right for appeal. They make room for let you go inside it. If APC, dear or mistake for appeal this, now this case then they pante the election pass. And the injunction would day on them, they not take part in any political activities. So, whether they like him now for how they call this guy, Peter Conteh, be chairman, they not like him, now so he get for B. Nothing change him. Because the only thing where they change them if they go back na court and appeal. And we all know now how appeal can take, If you see them go na court, pass after the election and come on na court. Pass after the election. So if they know waiting better, let they accept and so and let they not move no motion. Although they not appeal no case. Because if that be the case, for let them look into enforce na 6 months. For let them pass judgments now 1 year. Imagine no man, who stand the election day. Who stand the election day? So sometimes day, when we talk, I talk to Una APC particularly. I find out say not to SLPP no more get this problem. Most people, APC, SLPP, they not ever want either they tell them true. Then they come out, argue you or curse you. The norm. The only reason we go make APC support you or SLPP support you now when you talk things where they in their own interest or in their favor or they support you. But as long as you try for criticize what they do, for put them on the right track, they not get any respect for you. Now, so me see the political space now in the country. Now, let me move to something else. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's show you something. After all of this, when they don't null, they don't dissolve. When they say dissolve, they don't scatter the executive. It means say they don't get chairman again, they don't get this. Instead, then they can pick now 21-man committee. Whereas Peter Conteh, they get 9 man. And Peter Conteh for be the chairman. Okay. Whether you elect Peter Conteh, you don't elect Peter Conteh. Whether, remember, then we don't direct Peter Conteh na APC office. Now Peter Conteh, they go there like big man. So these are the trifles. So when your brain fail, your body will suffer. Sometimes you really get for the use some skills, some technical way for able for address issue. And at that area, then this government they fail so. And me particularly, not they expect the APC for fail in that area then they again. Let me go to other thing. After all of this, where they don't dissolve them, and they don't put what they call perpectual. They don't put injunction, say, hey, you as chairman and leader, you not forever go out na the public and call yourself chairman and leader again. It is against the law. You as secretary, una not for go out na the public and say, na me na the secretary, na me na the chairman and leader, una not to that position, they again una get. After we don't reach and they simply mean say that word where Peter Conteh be talk, na in don't come to reality and Peter Conteh that win. Now, let me go now. The lawyer for Peter Conteh, where they call Jesse M. Django Esquire, he say, on behalf of inclined, when Peter Conteh, he request through the court for let them put a cost of over $83,000 for inclined. Where basically, this 83,000 over 83,000, because according to it, it's 83,860 dollar, equivalent to over 1,330,000,000. Now a want for the one they will loss when at the party for pay to ram. But again, you begin for watch this now. This now you party. You not carry them go na court for bring them can down. You carry them go na court for let them go correct things them. Why you they ask for this amount from the party back? Whereas now you back get for contribute to the party where you say you did. So me personally, I don't analyze all of these things. I don't try for bring out the things them. Peter Conteh for be reasonable enough and through a lawyer cancel this cost. Because if now like for example, I can't charge we had for pay with $2,000 for me service what I don't give. Way before say now we back the contribute. It's like I do myself. It's like I not love waiting I do. I selfish. I do this thing because of one for benefit. But if you do them for the right thing, you don't get the thing where you go na the court for. You don't win the case. You don't get what you want, the decision, the action. That thing where you be the stand against, you don't win them. And it's by Kuruma where you say you don't want for lay idede. You don't come out there now. You don't get any reason for lay you lawyer ask for cost. You stand up for the right thing according to you, and you don't win. You win. Then that's it. You don't win, and you be the boss, the big one, the chief. In fact, paramount chief. You don't win, and it's by Kuruma don't go. Why you ask back for cost? It's like not to just the winning na be the problem. Because whatever money you spend, now because you believe say you dey fight for the right thing. So whatever you win or whatever you spend for be your own sacrifice for the party, if you truly believe say the party na for let it go before. But if you put a cost again over 1 billion, who side that party for Pola? If not to run down back, you are run down the party. So I respect you for the fact that you stand for what you believe in and you win. But I'm not gonna go happy if you put this cost because it will tell us your safe party where you believe on. And interestingly, the party where then they make you interim chairman for. What do you want for say now? You fight for the right thing. You don't get them. Interestingly, I think that this can happen with some politicians then. They can don't tell we fine thing. But as they get power, so they don't change. Peter Conteh, please stand up for the right thing where you say you stand for and live by example. This cost, terminate them. I mean, pull and fail. Let una no go by a cost again. The right thing you don't stand for them, you don't win. and then una move as a party. Organize the election, yeah, the lower election and the national delegate conference. Una choose una plan. But I remember say inside this particular interview, you talk say when you don't illegally select person, we don't go, you don't lose. Yeah, then you want for send and back for go. I hope say you go organize the election the right way and you go allow people for actually select who that they want. Because from what you don't talk so, if I process them very well, it means say the one way go and lose na samurai, you know want her. Then who that's that you interest? Please, for the sake of democracy, una handle them very, very well. Because we not go want follow the Sunapa ala swear sonko business. Because like me, I go totally lose confidence in unayo interest because I go no say nothing no dey happen. So, my brother.
Well, for ABC, I think another one day we get a first for una, but just like we say, we still a follow up as the case don't come on a court, how they go up skin na their own house, we na the party office, how they go continue their own process them or their affairs them as a party. Another one day now, we wait for see. As lawyer Shembe Pierdo analyze the rest we left. People they ask about Blacker, I think now in with the talk last before we go.
Okay.
Just like waiting, we tell you, the SLPP police don't arrest Blacker as we talk to you, according to information we get Blacker did on Paneba Road. Well, we no go consider and tell you say na this Blacker do, na this Blacker no do, because everybody just they speculate. Whether they say it cause former caretaker, sorry. Whether they say the whole because it cause caretaker bio. Whether they say na Makituma and get problem, but money they send for all the teacher. So right now the talk na just joblo jabla. But within part of the investigation, maybe by tomorrow, we'll be able to come and give a comprehensive report about Blacker in case. But for now, I don't know for the border, but for now.
But what I want basically do no more, I want to read something for people in quick one with regards this Blacker in case, where it's very interesting and I feel say it will interest you as well. By the way, you can follow Dr. John Idris Lahai, the man who pull ye Dominion. Yeah, the how they call them, we pull your dominion the secrets na do. Yeah. So basically, this now waiting he say Blacker and the fake degree in the police force. Yeah. He say is Blacker not a threat to the safety of other inmates? In other words, now when I don't go take Blacker and I don't put on a Pademba road. Yeah. And a Chrisman for say not to threat to the other inmates way well. Let's look at what he say. He say in Sierra Leone there is a disconnect between mental health and criminality. Do we expect the police force to know this? In other words, he try for tell we say a difference day between where you be criminal and where you case. He say disconnect day. They're not able to understand. If you expect say the police for understand that kind of thing day, for say difference day between who that for difference day between who that case and who that na criminal. He say you know they expect say the police for understand. He say because what mean na the reason we get see because the police boss, like many of his subordinates, is an alumni of the fake AGU and St. Clement University. Him or them not get sense. Yeah. So in other words, he say they not the think well like would that get sense at all. Because they're not the degree they already in the pass with now from fake university. So they expect say them for able for no say Black and a crazy na crazy for day not to pade baro the day usai criminal in day. You understand? And he say he say this because waiting happen because the fake degrees the way they full up now they not able for make them get common sense. He say put another way, the boss has no knowledge of how to either handle, let's see, of how to either, let me see, the boss has no sense of how for, I lost, okay, I think, the boss, okay, I don't know if I missed the thing. Anyway, I don't wait. But basically, he said the boss not gets the basic for able for handle waiting and waiting they happen. He said what happened to the insane blacker is an example of the kind of policing you will get when you, the government, allow too many people with fake degrees to run the show. Oh yeah, sense no day in the police force. Now so I say. He said thanks to the AGU and St. Clement's education that has wreaked havoc in our public service sector. So in other words, it try for basically tell we say because sense no day, the police no get sense, the how you call it, the courts no get sense, the how you call the other thing, the correctional center. How una go take Christmas, una go put her inside criminal in there. Una all no get sense. So this now one of the reason, yeah. Me attire. So people know why I read through. Not to me voice so now in me Dr. Idris Lahai, St. Clement, no, how they call it, the dominion boss. The way they pull do them, the Sababo education. Now in the talk so please una just engage.
No, but me I just happy way this young man Idris come and help me talk about this IG because you don't tell me this, you don't know how to talk to this IG, then just reward them this position for make it can affect the opposition, which you don't even know the functions them we surround this particular position with an IG. You know, you talk something IG, you know, say half education and big sick and a problem. And for me, I fact somebody get half education for any office where they put some, you know, they able to do the proper work with that office they stand for because you not get to know how. So now in today
before we done the last part where
IG, because I can't say I want to.
He say as for the judiciary and the Ministry of Social Welfare on our own case of forgery of fake degree certificates and the presence of fake degree not to for talk. He say una own case, una own worst pass blacker we Chris. Well, none of this thing because SLPP they talk the way they get to the fetch Chris man. Then it be say if you go fetch Chris man, you Chris. You go arrest Chris man, you can't go before law, you save Chris. Because I know say they get Chris yard for Chris man. But if you take him back, you go put an Apademba road and then you save Chris. Anyway, arrest. I think nine that so far. For now, Blackard, they still go rest. It better they not beat and kill him. They still go rest.
Well, this is the kind of IG family who gets a mama salon today. If you not sending police there for go kill, they arrest Chris man. Or you sending police there for go beat Chris man. Until then, we still open with this and with camera for get more information for Blacker. Whatever information we get, we now clear information, we can update you now. I just want to say plenty thank you to the family members them as we all on patients listening to the program, comments, like, share, argue, you know, jamot, normal. I always tell you the house is big. We get different people inside the house. You get all that they can attack, you get all that they can cause, you get all that they defend, you get all that they bring ideas. So that one they make the flavor look very good. Now one pot. We get different season them, you know. The season, you know, when you in a kitchen, they use different season them that they make the food taste special. So that's what this house today. We can understand. We get all man at this house. All man now on board. So plenty thank you to now all the postman that they come and attack, that they this, that they that. We appreciate you now. Now all make this house for be sweet, you know. And we still encourage you now for calm. The only thing, no cap word, capu sense. But if you not capu sense today, maybe at the end of the day, you the capu sense. We will get plenty of people them. We'll begin this program. We and them, they will take we as enemy because now what's the them the capu? But they like today, where they are bosom. You know what I mean? You feel me? Where them na bosom? You know, nothing lasts but the truth. No plump and phone. If you talk the truth, you know say you're on the right track. You just stay in your lane. Even driving, where you then are you lane. That man they come out with his speed. Even they can't hit you. If you not 10, you can't they point past you. Because you ain't out in your back. So for any work where you did do in life, you know say you didn't have the right track, and people the way they bear you, always the ginger you say, steady beside this one at the right track, they just stay there. That man will come and cost you, will come and substitute you. One day, instead they become a party. So this now this now one big family house. Tell na plenty thank you. Me when they talk to you, me na by break up life from the north with the sharp mouth. 2023. They gone down the hill, no retreat, no surrender, no mind we. USA will get exile, low, we there on the hollow. And they left you no more now. The most important thing, not under the hands of caretaker again for let Cham will let chingom. Go escape. Wanna warrior there. Usabi maneuver. Let me tell you what warrior where they last. We're not talking caretaker. If you see caretaker, you work at the gilles so they like it today. You're gonna be coward soldier. When they tell us caretaker, they don't choose it. I want the people they can go front. In panic. That was sticky that I put you. Now fire and put so Olena. Olena not gonna off front. Now I make today the workers so Ben Gillen. If not on this position, no more you can get. I wonder if you put not for long loss. Anyway, no hard feelings. But you know how fun at the category they for be coward warriors them. What make they retreat? Though we advance. When meet up some tension, you retreat back. It can't enforce. So when they advance, now they go bulldoze. So that time they were 2023, they also advance and bulldoze. So until then, when I stay blessed, God bless Mama Salon. We pray for better changes. I love you all. Tata.
Okay, my name is SLPP, the freedom fighter. I want to tell you thank you for where you come and view the program. I hope so you don't get something. For where you like, you comment, and you share the program. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Salamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You don't get a cabio? If fake and false.
Then the people in the ask now, they say, hey, who's one Arama to your lie one inside this thing now?
Good.
So until we meet again inside another edition of We Had Tomorrow by God in Power. On Saturday, very important, we get Honorable AKK on Saturday. Honorable AKK, they can scatter something for we. You know, say this guy. Normally, when in a parliament, if you're acrobat, you know how acrobats can be there. It's a bit the issue and it's a bit out of fling where they doing performance. So they can do some acrobatic styles thing for we inside the program we had on Saturday. So please make it a date and join we. Yeah, do ya not later. I hope so safe no go late safe. Well, until we meet again, inside another edition tomorrow by God in Power. I want to say, Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You know say plenty people no get for vote the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so now I go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step where go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you not go for vote. And I think this way person not go able for help you pan. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na button and then you dey walk na lonely, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake dey. As them blow the whistle, when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to your business. You dey go serve na morning, vote, return back na your house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then power or me party go return na power if I'm not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All waiting you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And done. And not get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for your help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.